Alright, hey guys, today's video is going to be an AI builds my house challenge. Also, big disclaimer, this is not my usual building style. I usually would have used a lot more structurals, a lot more custom, but I was trying to stay in frame of the budget that AI gave me and also to the reference photos. So a lot of the rooms in this house are not to what I would consider my criteria, but I was just trying to complete the challenge correctly. But besides that, I still had a lot of fun building this house. And with that, let's start the video. So I started by asking ChatGPT to give me a budget for the house and asked them to pick one, and we ended up with 70 to 90,000. So AI wanted me to build a medium-sized home that could be 1 to 2 stories, 3 bedroom, 2 bath, spacious living room, an open kitchen and dining, and a small laundry room. And since ChatGPT doesn't yet use photos or produce photos, I chose to use Canva's Dreamlab instead. They also told me to keep a few things in mind for decoration, like inside use sofa beds and a dining table, high quality kitchen appliances and bathroom fixtures, and decor like paintings, rugs, and plants. And for the exterior, make sure to use a gable roof and a small front yard with basic landscaping like shrub, bushes, and small trees, and also a small patio for outside, which I made sure to include. Also keeping in mind that I'm going to be challenging myself by trying to stick to the $90,000 budget, so we'll see how that goes. So I first began by asking Canva for houses to build, and I ended up picking out of these options this one. So I started creating this layout from scratch, and I was really happy with this floor plan because it was spacious yet warm, which was the feeling I really wanted to give off for this house, like an early 2000s house that I was going for. So I was able to fit everything that ChatGPT told me to include in it, so I was happy with it. And I ended up making it a 2-story, 3 bedroom, 2 bath with a patio and a 2-car garage. So I was pretty happy with the layout and it made sense. So right here is the living room, right here's the garage, right there is the kitchen, right there is a laundry room, and right here is the dining room. Then I started to work on the flooring upstairs, and I included a little loft area. Right there's the first bedroom, right there's the second bedroom, there's the bathroom they share, there's the loft, there's the master ensuite bathroom, walk-in closet, and the master bedroom. For the exterior windows, I used standard windows and used structurals to make them custom, but I didn't do anything fancy. I mostly just used beams and resized them. I did most of this off camera just because I didn't want it to become too boring and tedious to watch. And after I used a transform tool, I was pretty okay with how they looked, and I think they looked pretty close to the reference. Then I added the green color pillars just to give the house some shape and dimension as well as structure, and then used the same color to color the rest of the exterior of the house. I used a gable roof as the AI instructed, and then the only other type of roof I used was a simple slanted roof, and then I added a little gable roof in the front for the front porch. After that, I used a flat roof from the basement layer to add the front porch and some pillars. And then I used a little bit of wall trim on the side of the house just because it was included in the reference. So I just added a little bit of white trim. And then I used a carpet to add a pathway and a driveway to the house, as well as a little bit of gardening and a simple wooden gate for the backyard. And this was the house after I finished all the landscaping. So I asked Canva to give me a few living room options, and I ended up picking this one. Okay, so I started off by coloring the walls green. This is definitely one of my favorite, if not my favorite room in the house, just because it uses a lot of neutral tones and earth tones, which is what I really like. And I like that we included a lot of big plants, like the palm plant, and is one of my favorites that we have here in Bloxburg. And I was glad to have included that in this living room, and I think it came out really close to how the reference photo looked. And then it was time to move on to the kitchen, and these are my options. And in the end, I picked this and I'm gonna be honest, this is not the one that I would consider the most aesthetically pleasing, but I chose it because it did include a lot of the appliances that ChatGPT wanted me to include, and I felt like it was the warmest. Like, it gave the most that a family would live here out of all the options, in my opinion. And I also liked that it had a double island, which I don't think I've ever included in one of my builds before. So I was like, hey, why not? And then I had the idea to have a door that leads to the garage just to connect these two rooms together. And then I typed up for Canva to give me a dining room to build, and they gave me these options. And I ended up picking this one. And I'm not gonna lie, this wasn't one of my favorites just because of how bland it was. And all of the reference photos that they gave me as options were pretty bland. But this was the one that matched the house the best, so I went with it, and here it is. Okay, so next up was to ask for a laundry room. And I got these options, and this is the one I picked. So the laundry room was pretty easy to do. I don't hate it or love it. Yeah, I was just trying to get it done. I could have used a basic shape to fill in that part where the dryer was, but I didn't want to use up too much of our budget. I was trying to follow the budget, so it was kind of simple. But okay, next up was the garage. I lost the footage for the options, but I ended up picking this one. This was definitely one of the rooms that I think I got spot on. And although it wasn't like my most favorite room, like the garage is never anyone's really favorite, I really think that I did what I needed to do for this one. It was very simple, so it's not like it's far-fetched for me to get it right. So then I asked Canva, give me a small patio to work with. And these were the options, and this is what I picked. To me, the furniture in the reference photo looked like the wicker set. And I couldn't find any tiles, so I just went with that kind of wood texture for the flooring. And then I added, I don't know if you would consider it a gazebo or whatever, but I added that later. And I think it looked good. Okay, so now it was time to build the 2 bedrooms. Options were very bland, but I ended up picking out these 2. Now, this first bedroom was in second place, in my opinion, from the 2 bedrooms that I did. Just because the whole reference photo was literally one color. And that's saying something, because I love like one color. But this was giving like, you know, those sad, like how they make fun of those sad baby rooms, those like beige baby rooms. That's what this was giving, and I was like, I'm not going for that. But this whole thing was just one color, and I thought that I could have done better if I had more colors to work with. But I literally, like, the whole bed was like one, and I just felt like so bad for this. So I just added a white wardrobe to add something. And this was definitely a challenge for me because everything was one color. That's all I can say about that one. But this one, it was better. It had an accent wall and some furniture, actually. The other room barely had any furniture. This one was nice, though. I liked it. It was simple. It was still very simple. They were all simple, but it was better than the other one that was going on because we actually had colors and wall decor on this one, whereas the other one had primarily nothing. But hey, maybe there's somebody who's a minimalist that lives in this household, so I can't judge. But this one came out pretty good, and then I added a final few details, and I was finished with the rooms. Another thing I forgot to mention is that we went over budget before we even got upstairs. So much for following that. I really tried, guys. I really tried. Then it was time to work on the small bathroom. I was given these options, and so I picked this one. Now the bathroom, it was simple as well, but I didn't hate it. I thought it was actually realistic. So, you know, in a bathroom, it's better clean than it would be messy. So even though I didn't have any fancy custom building, like custom sink or anything, I think it was really close to the original photo. Alright, moving on to the master bedroom. These were the options I was given, and this is what I evidently chose. Okay, so hey guys, this is my second day of filming this video and voiceover, so if my voice sounds any different right now, it's because I just woke up and I'm trying to get this out, so that's why. But this master bedroom, I really liked. I'm gonna be honest, these are colors that I probably would not pick for a bedroom if I was just building this from the top of my head, but they were included in the reference photo, so I had to use the reference, obviously. But this room was really warm. Like, it gave a parent's bedroom. You know, like, parents would pick these type of colors, so I wasn't mad about it. And I think it went well with the aesthetic of the house, especially the exterior. So I just fixed up the decor and I actually liked it. Okay, so then the next thing was to build the ensuite bathroom, and I was given these options, and this was the choice that I picked. This bathroom was definitely one of my favorites in the house just because, let's be honest, it's modern compared to the rest of the house. And modern is more of my style, so obviously I have a bias towards it. And it was my first time like using these basic shapes to make a custom like soaker bathtub, if that makes sense. And I think it came out pretty well. I would have made it a little shorter, but I had to fit the dimensions of the bathroom relative to the reference photo, so that was that. And then I just added this like modern double sink because I thought it would look good, and the reference photo didn't include a sink, so I had to make an inference of how it would look. Last but not least was the walk-in closet, and these were my options and this is what I picked. Even though this room was arguably the most simplest out of the house, it really gave a lot of aesthetics color-wise, and I was happy with the final result. And with all that, the house was finally finished. Okay, so let's see how bad we went over budget. Oh my god, bro. Well, Bloxburg are expensive. So it's officially tour time. Okay, so when you first walk in, we have the kitchen to the right. It features a double island and stainless steel appliances. It's really big, like really spacious. So there's a lot of eating and prepping space over here. And then there's a door that leads to the garage. You can go through the garage to go outside to the patio. And don't mind that sticking through the side of the wall. We're gonna ignore that. But going out to the patio, we have a nice little seating area and a large backyard with a lot of activity space that you could do out here. So I liked that. So coming back in through the garage, there's another entrance to the living room and the main floor of the house. So through here we have the dining. Very simple, but it does its job. And then over here we have the mudroom area. And through here we have our little laundry section. This is a living room. There is no TV, but you know, well, it's family time. So then you head upstairs and you're greeted by a little loft, and it has a little window seating area as well. So the first bedroom is right here in front of the house, and it features a little wardrobe and a bed. That's really it. That's all that's in this room, but it's still simple and it's nice. Okay, so in the middle of the rooms is the bathroom. It's very clean looking and I like it. Next up is the second bedroom. A little bit more character in here, but still gives a mellow feeling. Then we have this little nook to sit down at. Entering the master bedroom, we feature a queen or king size bed, I guess you would say. And this takes you into a full walk-in closet with a his and hers closet section, which I really liked. And this swings into the ensuite bathroom with a full-size tub and shower. and a double sink. Alright guys, so that's the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I worked really hard on this to get this out, but I want to do more challenge videos. Let me know if you guys like this one. And I'm pretty proud of how this house went, even though it wasn't as decorated as I would have done. I think it still came out pretty nice to be an AI house. And stay tuned for next week because we have a Valentine's special video coming up, and I'm really excited about that build, so be sure to watch it. And like, comment, and subscribe, do all that YouTube stuff, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.